All right,
just trying
we
to
are,
be
we're
overly cautious as I can.
That's fine. Okay, we're
Okay.
recording. And this is the trustee of trust funds quarterly meeting. It's the last meeting for 2021. It's Monday, 12/27, and it's 9:56. 9:56. Present Patricia Elacqua and myself, Therese Larson. Judy Jones is ill. So, first up would be the minutes to September 17th, 2021. I found a mistake.
You did.
Yeah, they're right on the front.
Yep.
It said the Pillsbury Lake Village District will contact trustees to deposit monies of $54,500. That's incorrect. In actuality, I don't know where I got that figure. I must have hit the wrong key.
Mhm.
The actual figure is $29,500. So that's the only thing I found with the
And was
minutes.
that for the paperwork that we already signed?
Yeah,
About
this
the
is
new
the,
account?
this is what they voted on at their annual meeting in March, and it included new
trust.
a new fund, a new expendable trust fund. So that total was $29,500, not $54,500.
Okay.
So, did you have any changes or anything you wanted to?
No?
Okay, so, I guess we'll, make a motion to accept the September 27th, 2021 minutes as amended.
I second that motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So the next thing I have, this is a copy of a letter from Brenda Silver. She's a
Mhm.
cemetery trustee. This happens, she's the chairman. This happens every year at the end of the year. The cemetery trustees request the trustees of the trust funds to transfer whatever was earned in interest for the year, to transfer that to the general fund. And so that is her request in writing.
Mm-hmm.
That interest has not been posted yet. I expect maybe it might even be posted sometime today.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
it's usually at the end.
yeah, so that we don't have that information yet, but we have their request, so that'll be happening. This is the Pillsbury Lake Village District. They actually cut 3 checks for the 3 funds that they want to put money in. They cut 4 checks, I should say, to Sugar River Bank.
Yeah.
They could have cut 1 check, but that's okay, however they want to do it.
So they made a check for each fund?
For each fund.
Okay.
So they made a check for $25,000 to the their emergency expendable trust fund, a check for $2,000 for their land survey capital reserve fund, and a check for $500 for the water line maintenance. Those are already established. Those monies were approved at the annual meeting in March. So, and they requested at the annual meeting to open up a new trust fund, which would be for recreational equipment. And so it's called the Recreational Expendable Trust Fund. It's new, and that also was a separate check. This was $2,000.
And that makes up the 4 checks.
And that makes up the 4, for a total of $29,500. And all of that's been deposited.
Mm-hmm.
We opened up the new
one.
account.
Right.
Each of us has signed.
Right.
Yep, and so that will be added to, I think we have, I'm not sure, I think we have 40, we have in excess of 40 accounts, so well over 2. I didn't get a bottom line, but,
Mhm.
it's well over $2 million in trust funds
For the whole town.
for everything.
Yeah, including Pillsbury.
Yeah. The next list is, the balance of what the town of Webster approved at the, town meeting in March. This was the balance that needed to be paid, and it has been deposited, $247,000, to Sugar River, and they distributed it to each account as listed. These were all approved by the townspeople. These are all current funds, we did not have any new funds.
Right.
So we had to wait until the tax monies came in, and the tax bills went out, they go out the beginning of October, beginning of November.
Right.
And they were due December 10th. So, but this, they had enough to cover this, so they've.
So all of these were additions from the meeting in March, the
Right.
town meeting that were now finally taken care of because of the
Right.
second billing of the taxes.
Bills. Yeah, we paid the first half was $394,000, and when the tax bills that went out, that were due in July.
Mhm.
So that covered that first part, and then this is
the remaining.
balance, right? So, we're good. And then the last thing that we do every year is to look at our, the trustees of trust funds investment policy.
Mhm.
And, even though Judy isn't here, you and I are a quorum, and, so we can vote. And this is, basic every year. We have not changed, we did look into investing,
We did.
and it really wasn't conducive for what we need.
Didn't we even have a gentleman that never even came?
We had, yes, we made arrangements for someone to come, an investor to come and speak with us, and he never showed up. So that was like 2 years ago. And right now, Sugar River Bank, we've been with them for a long time. I wanna say it's gonna be 10 years next year.
Mhm.
And, they're very accommodating, and they're very good to work with, and the money is fluid, so, it's not like we have to wait, and it's a very simple, so, right now.
I think that they provide everything that the town, really, and a lot of it is to our advantage.
Yes.
The way that they have set up certain trust funds that we can still draw checks on.
Right, and they're healthy. Interest rates are low. I mean, you can't get around that anywhere. Interest rates are low, but, the townspeople have been good about, approving, the monies, for, what the town needs. And, we're looking pretty good. The bridge and culvert, one is over $800,000, and that's for bridge and culvert, but for also, Clothespin Bridge.
Right.
And, not strictly, but I mean, a big chunk of that is gonna be for Clothespin Bridge. And, of course, the state's gonna come in and pay part of it too, so we're doing okay.
Will they get any help from the infrastructure?
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that's gonna work, but, they'll, whatever monies they need, I think we're pretty good, so. I personally, as a trustee, I don't think we need to change our investment policy. I think we just need, it's self-explanatory, and we have, we follow what it, yeah, we've got internal controls, we report, we meet quarterly.
Mhm.
And so, we're not into Wall Street or anything that's too risky, so I don't think we need to change the policy.
So at this point, do we just make a motion to keep it the same, or is that even necessary?
No, I would make a motion.
Okay, I make the motion that we keep everything the same
Okay.
for
And
2022.
I second the motion, and.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye. So the current investment policy has been in effect since December 13th, 2010. We did give it a hard look a couple of years ago. Like we said before, we invited an investor to come, and he never showed up. And then there were other things that just weren't feasible for our municipality. So right now, it will remain the same for the next year. We'll look at it again.
Okay,
And if anything changes during the year, naturally,
we can, right.
we can do something.
at it.
Yeah. And I just have one more thing. The trustees were requested by the select board to pay for a wetlands permit for the work on White Plains Road culvert back in August, and the amount for the permit to DES was $400. Now, at that time, there was a particular engineer that was working on this, and things have fallen through since August. So Dana Hadley, town administrator, he asked me today, he said, I really think we should, cancel this check. And I said, well, it'd be good to do it before the end of the year, just to make it clean.
So we're canceling it because the fallout and that the work wasn't done.
The work hasn't been done yet.
So we know we don't owe this.
We can't,
Yeah.
there's the permit, there's nothing to pay. So, I will contact the bank, and this money, $400, goes back into the bridge and culvert account, so I will do that today. And the check is from August, so that will clean it up for the year.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that's all I have. That's all we have.
We look forward to a good year next year.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a good year. And so you can keep that
Yep.
if you want, and then so the next time we meet.
Do we meet usually before or after the town meeting? Once before?
We usually meet, I don't know how we do that. Probably after the town meeting? In March, I don't know. I have to check. It doesn't
How
really.
about we wait until Judy feels better?
Yeah.
When she's ill.
Yeah.
And then we can make a decision since all
Yeah,
of us
so
can be pretty flexible.
it'll be in March, and it'll be
March.
to be determined. Right, TBD, March 2022. So in the meantime, the MS9, which
Required by the state.
it's required, I'll get that done. That has to be done by March 1st. And then we have to find out when the auditors are gonna be coming and stuff. The auditors usually come in February, but I don't know. I'll have to ask Dana, and then we just gather everything together. We've never had any problems, so we've been pretty good.
Yes, I think so.
So I guess that's it. Shall we,
I have nothing else.
Okay, all right. I'll make a motion to adjourn
Seconded?
at 10:12 a.m.
Second motion.
And we are adjourned. Thank you very much. I'll shut off the record.